Welcome to this channel. Today we are going to talk about feeling overwhelmed. How many of you have felt that way lately? I'd like to take a moment to invite you to try this 5-minute mental reset when you feel overwhelmed. I work with a lot of students who are very, very smart. They do really well in school. They get good grades. But they feel incredibly stressed out all the time. They don't know how to relax. And so when the weekend comes, they spend Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday stressing about the next week, so that by the time Monday rolls around, they're completely burned out. And I have two theories for this. So the first is that they're just overscheduled, and there's too much on their plate. But the second is that they have no idea how to turn their brain off. We live in a culture where being busy is seen as something that we should aspire to. It's like if you can't fit everything into your schedule, then you must not be trying hard enough. I remember people saying things like, "Oh my God, I have so much homework to do." And I would think to myself, well, that sounds like your problem because you've chosen to enroll in those classes. But when you make your identity as a student, it becomes a lot harder to step away from your work. So today I'm going to teach you how to separate yourself from your work. See, right now there is an urgent pressure to be productive at every given moment. Like even if you're not doing anything, you need to be scrolling through your phone or browsing the internet. But this constant state of distraction makes it nearly impossible to focus on what you're redoing and also depletes your energy. That is why I want you to try this 5-minute mental reset whenever you feel overwhelmed. Okay, so here's how this works. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is take 5 minutes. You can use a timer on your phone, or you can actually close your eyes for 5 minutes. Your read just gone? Nah. Sit there and count backwards from 100 to 1. Now this might sound boring, and you might be thinking like, I can't focus for that long. What if I fall asleep? Well, that's the whole point. Your brain is always going 1,000,000 miles per hour. It never stops. And when you finally do stop moving and get quiet, you're still thinking. But this exercise teaches you to silence your thoughts. Now, it might be tempting to speed through counting backwards from 100 to 1, but don't. Take your time. Don't rush it. If you miss a number, or if you forget where you left off, just start over again from 100. Like it doesn't matter if you finish in 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 10 minutes. The point isn't to finish as fast as possible. The point is to get your brain to shut off. If you feel overwhelmed, it could be because you're rethinking about 1,000,000 different projects and deadlines and the future and the past. And none of these things are actually happening right now. They're either happening in the future or they're memories from the past. So when you practice bringing your attention back to the present moment, you'll learn how to quiet your mind and stop feeling overwhelmed. When I was learning how to meditate, one of my teachers said that your meditation practice should be boring. If you're having some kind of profound experience while meditating, then you're probably not meditating correctly. I remember thinking that this was such a waste of time. Like, why would I want to learn how to do something that's boring? But he explained that once you learn how to meditate properly, you'll realize that every other part of your life is a lot less stressful. Because when you can calm down your mind, you'll learn how to approach your work with more clarity. In fact, I found that after meditating for only 3 weeks, I stopped seeking approval from other people. I became a lot more confident in who I am. And this was really big for me, because I had been struggling with this for years. So it turns out that a boring meditation practice can change your life. Okay, so let's go back to counting backwards from 100 to 1. When you first start doing this exercise, you will struggle to keep your focus on the numbers. It'll be really easy for your mind to wander. And when you catch yourself doing that, just gently bring your attention back to the numbers. Sometimes I like to imagine myself as this little light, and I'm shining on each number as I say them out loud. And if I notice my light is shining on something else, I just redirect the light back to the number. You know, when you're counting backwards from 100 to 1, it's really important that you don't think about what the numbers represent. So for example, when you get to the number 78, don't think, oh, I'm more than halfway done, or like I still have a lot of numbers to go. You just want to focus on the number itself without any additional meaning. The reason why this exercise is so powerful is that it helps you focus on something simple, repetitive, and boring. And this can be really hard for us to do because our brains love dopamine. And so when there's something new, exciting, and stimulating, we become fixated on that thing. It's really hard for us to look away. But when you practice focusing on something that's boring, then you teach your brain that it's okay to look away from the exciting thing and that it's okay to ignore that notification on your phone. It's okay to ignore your text messages. It's okay to not pick up your phone when it rings. I recently watched the documentary Stutz on Netflix, and it said about this monk named Jay Shetty, who spent 3 years living in a monastery in India. And while he was there, he learned a lot about himself and about happiness. And he said that one of the most important lessons he learned was how to stay focused. He said, "We have a tendency to get distracted by things that are not important. Like we're always looking at our phones, we're always checking social media, we're always looking for the next hit of dopamine. But when we learn how to stay focused, then we can get more done and we can find happiness." So if you want to be more productive and find happiness, then I encourage you to try this 5-minute mental reset. Now I want you to imagine that your life is like a movie. Like if someone were to film your day, it would look like a movie. And now imagine that you're watching a scene from this movie. What would that scene look like? Would you be happy with what you see? This exercise can help you answer that question. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, take 5 minutes to close your eyes and watch the scene. As you're watching the scene, ask yourself, are you happy with what you see? If the answer is no, then ask yourself why. For example, maybe you notice that you're always on your phone. And so you ask yourself, why are you always on your phone? Do you like what you see? Maybe you notice that you're always rushing around, and you ask yourself, why are you always in a hurry? Or maybe you notice that you're always eating junk food, and you ask yourself, why are you eating junk food? Do you like how you feel afterwards? These are really important questions to ask because it's really easy to go through life on autopilot. But when you take the time to reflect on your habits, you'll start to notice patterns that don't make you happy. So now ask yourself, do you want to change these patterns? If the answer is yes, then you can use this 5-minute mental reset to help you. Here's how it works. Start by setting an intention. For example, if you want to spend less time on your phone, then set an intention to check your phone only twice per hour. Or if you want to eat healthier, then set an intention to only eat junk food once per week. Then use the 5-minute mental reset to visualize yourself following through with this intention. So for example, if your intention is to check your phone only twice per hour, then visualize yourself glancing at your phone, putting it down, working, glancing at your phone again, putting it down, working. By practicing this visualization over and over again, you'll eventually reach a point where it feels normal and natural to you. This is a great way to break free from bad habits because you can be in two places at once. You can either be visualizing yourself successfully following through with your intentions, or you can be engaging in behaviors that don't feel good. But you can't be doing both at the same time. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to leave a thumbs up, comment down below, and share this video with your friends. Alright, see you later, bye.